So, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. Not that it matters anymore. Every day is pretty much the same anyway. It's not like we're going to work or anything and coming home and we get the weekend and we get to watch our team play football and banter us off as they always do. Every day is just the same now, isn't it? But listen, thanks very much for all the love on the channel recently. Stick a thumbs up if you would. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to the gaming channel link below. We're trying to get that up to 2,000 subscribers. So thank you for all the love on that recently. And thank you to all the members that took part in the stream last night. It was sick. Really, really enjoyed that. It was nice to see some new faces on there as well. So thank you very much. But don't forget, I will be back at 10:30 today with a Premier League transfer update, and I'll also be back at 12:30, 1 o'clock ish on the gaming channel. So go and subscribe to it. I will be streaming career mode on that. We're doing all right. So so go and check that out. Now, I did a video yesterday that I want to quickly touch on real quick. And that was involving a story that was circulating, suggesting that Arsenal have signed two players that are currently out of contract or coming up to being out of contract on the 30th of June. Now, one of them was reported to be Ryan Fraser, and I've looked at some of the comments. It's very split. A lot, I'd say the majority probably don't want him, but at the same time, there is a lot of you that do want Ryan Fraser. And so I'm not going to waffle on about it too long. Go and check that video out from yesterday if you want. But just to give a brief roundup on it, I would take Ryan Fraser. I think that it'd give us something slightly different. I think that his work rate defensively is something that we could do with, especially if we want to, mix and match the team. We could put Martinelli left wing. We could put Saka left wing. We could put him left wing. And if you want to compete for the top honours, you need to have a decent squad, and you need to have good players coming in. It also frees up Aubameyang to play up front as well, having an out-and-out left winger. So for me, that's a no-brainer. One of the other players that was linked as well, because there's a couple of players that we've been linked with. Willian is one of them. He's out of contract. He said that he wants to stay in London, etc., etc., etc. And the other one that we were linked to and pretty much nearly done the deal in January was Layvin Kurzawa. So, I mean, if that story is true, I'd imagine that two of the players that we've signed are out of that three, perhaps. Maybe Cedric Suarez is involved in that as well. Maybe out of them four, we've signed two. But listen, that remains to be seen. It's all hearsay at the moment. I do think that we are going to do some shopping. I do think that we're going to go out there and we're going to try and do some cheap signings, some free signings, and some loan signings. Because listen, what's going on at the moment? Arsenal are not getting an income right now. I think that our budget's going to be massively in the gutter. But let's move on to Thomas Partey. Now, Thomas Partey has been linked with Arsenal for what seems like an absolute eternity. Apparently, there was a bid of 43 million on the table, and that is his buyout. Atletico Madrid has said to want to sign him up to a new deal to then up the buyout. Now, I don't really know where I stand with this. Like, listen, he's a wicked player. I'll take him. Di Marzio, who's a journalist, he was doing a Sky Sports transfer Q&A yesterday. He said that Arsenal wants him a lot. Every Atletico Madrid player is in the market to be sold if the right offer comes in. So it depends a lot on the offer Atletico are open to selling every player at. It also depends on the budget, how much Arsenal can afford and how much Atletico want. Atletico want money, so it's difficult seeing them doing a deal in terms of a swap. They are very smart when it comes to doing deals, so it will not be a surprise if Thomas Partey stays. He's young, he's not a Diego Costa, and they can then sell him next year or even in 2 or 3 years' time. They are in control, he said, Atletico. Obviously, we know that his father came out last week and said that he called his son after hearing the rumours, and he told me the rumours are true. He told me they've held talks, Arsenal and Atletico. It all depends on the offer. If he goes to Arsenal, fine, he'll have a lot of supporters in Ghana, etc., etc. The player's agent then responded and said that it's absolute rubbish, and basically kicked it out the ballpark and said, "Look, we're not going anywhere. Nobody's coming in for him, and he's an Atletico Madrid player." I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, I'll be straight up. I think that there's no smoke without fire. But at the same time, you could say maybe it's just all being drummed up to get him the best new deal at Atletico, or it's dangling a little carrot to say, well, look, Arsenal were in for me. Where's Barcelona? I don't know. Leave it in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Now, let's move on to Bukayo Saka. It feels like I speak about him, Thomas Partey, and Aubameyang pretty much every single day. But the latest one is that he is linked to Leicester City to go and play under Brendan Rodgers. Now, this all stems from the fact that Chillwell is wanted by Chelsea and that they want to get rid of Marcus Alonso and they want a decent left back. Now, Chillwell is quality. Chillwell signed a massive deal. I think it was a 6 or 8 year deal a few seasons back. So he is going to cost a lot of money to Chelsea. It's going to be around the £50-odd million barrier. Regardless of whether you think he's worth it or not, that's how much he's going to go for because of the length of the contract, because he's an international England player, and because he's a Premier League player as well. And, you know, it's going to be around £50-odd million. That then means that Leicester are looking for a new left back. And listen, Brendan Rodgers is a quality coach. You know, Brendan Rodgers would make Bukayo Saka kick on and become world class. Would he be world class at left back? I'm not so sure. Listen, he's played left back for Arsenal in the reserves, in the under 21s, under 18s, whatever it may be, and he's been absolutely superb. Unai Emery, fair play to Unai Emery. He see how good he was and said, "Nah, bro, if you're going in the first team." And this season he has been absolutely fantastic. He's pushed right on this season. He's got 10 assists already. He's got 3 goals. And that was after starting with a slow start as well. You know, he wasn't really doing much. I was calling for him at one point to be dropped. I didn't know why he kept playing him. And then out of nowhere, he just upped his game. And he has been absolutely mustard. Now, listen, if Leicester get 50 million for Chilwell, then they're looking to put a lot of that, if not all of it, into Bukayo Saka to get into Leicester. Let's not forget here as well, if the league is voided off, and they do it on a merit system in terms of the average points you've gained per games you've played, Leicester are Champions League. So as it stands right now, Leicester are third in the table, I think, aren't they? That's Champions League football. We can't offer that. That could be a big draw for Bukayo Saka. Not only that, the way they produce players and players kick on that next level, and N'Golo Kante, Riyad Mahrez, you know, Harry Maguire's another one. You know, they've had a lot of good players. Maddison's in there. You know, Chilwell, another one. They've got quite a lot of youngsters coming up as well. So, you know, they've got a decent setup at Leicester. And I'm kind of worried because I said this the other day, I'll say it again. Bukayo Saka is a bigger miss to Arsenal than Aubameyang in terms of long term. Short term, Aubameyang's massive. We have to keep him. Long term, next 3 or 4 or 5 years, Bukayo Saka is going to be world class if he carries on. And that's not jumping the gun. You guys that watch this channel know that I don't just throw stuff out there willy-nilly like that. He will be world class if he carries on doing what he's doing and gets better each season. Can he do that at Arsenal? Please, just sign the contract, bruv. Have we even offered him a contract? I don't know. Leave it in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on all of what I've spoken about. I'd love to get your thoughts on that. Don't forget, I will be back at 10:30 doing the Premier League transfer update. And don't forget the gaming channel. That is really important to me right now. So go and subscribe to that. And I'll be back streaming with the worst team on FIFA. We're doing all right. So come check that out about 12:30, 1 o'clock. I'll stick a link on the community to come straight onto the stream. So come and check that out about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I'll be streaming again. We're going to try and push on towards the title. All have a wicked Wednesday. I'm going to leave you all in peace. Laters, peeps.